Hello students, today's topic is properties of steam. In this lecture, I will include what is phase and what are the three phases of water and the transformation of water into steam at constant pressure, and we will discuss what is sensible heat, what is latent heat. Today's lecture will help you to solve the numericals of Rankine cycle, reheat cycle, or in general we can say for Weber power cycle. This lecture is also useful for undergraduate courses of mechanical engineering and for diploma engineering students in mechanical engineering. So this topic is very important. Now I start my lecture with the topic properties of steam. First of all, I will define what is phase. Phase we can define the state, homogeneous chemical and physical state of aggregation of molecules. For example, water is available in three phases. Three phases are ice, water and steam. Number one is solid, number two is ice means solid, water means liquid part, and steam is vapor form. So when the ice is heated, so conversion of ice into water when heating is known as melting or fusion. When water is heated, when it is converted into steam, it is known as vaporization. Now come to the vice versa. When steam is converted into water, it means heat will be rejected. This process is known as condensation. When water is again rejects some amount of heat, then it converts into ice. This process is known as solidification and freezing. So just take a revise. Always remember what is fusion process, what is vaporization. Fusion means conversion of ice into water. Conversion of water into steam is known as vaporization. Now when steam is converted into water, it is known as condensation, and when water is converted into ice, this is known as freezing or solidification. So after this process, we will learn how ice is converted into steam. Just have one question. What is the difference between steam and vapor? What is the difference between steam and vapor? Normally, the vapor form of water is known as steam, and the vapor form of other liquids are known as vapor. This is the basic difference and a normal question. Now, come to the next part. See what happens. Phase transformation of ice to steam at constant pressure. Just take a experiment. Experiment means we have 1 kg of ice at minus 10 degrees centigrade at 1 bar. We will fix here pressure, and there is an experiment. What happens when? Here point A shows the condition of ice which is at minus 10 degrees centigrade. When it is heated, first it converts into 0 degrees centigrade of ice. So A to B is the melting of ice from minus 10 degrees centigrade to 0 degrees centigrade. In this case, there is no change of phase. So here the amount of heat required is known as sensible heating. Sensible heating means amount of heat required without change of phase. Now further heating from B to C. B to C, it means at B ice is at 0 degrees Celsius, but at C it is converted into water which is at 0 degrees centigrade. Means here there is a change of phase, and change of phase always occurs at constant pressure and constant temperature. So the quantity of heat required here is known as latent heat. So there are two types of heat. Number one, sensible heating. Number two, latent heating. What is sensible heating? Amount of heat required without change of phase. Latent heat, amount of heat required to change the phase. And change of phase always occurs at constant pressure and constant temperature. Now come to point C to D. C to D, it means at C water is available at 0 degrees Celsius. At D again the phase is water and it is at 100 degrees Celsius. Why 100 degrees Celsius? Because this experiment is done at 1 bar and the saturation temperature of water is approximately 100 degrees Celsius at 1 bar. What is saturation temperature? It means normally we can say the boiling temperature of water at 1 bar is 100 degrees Celsius. So again we can say there is no change of phase. It means this amount of heat is known as sensible heating. Now come to point D to E. D to E means there is, you can see that at D phase is water, at E phase is steam, means there is change of phase, 100 degrees centigrade water to 100 degrees centigrade steam. This process is known as vaporization, and the quantity of heat required is known as latent heat. Again there is change of phase, heat required. We will always know, we will always tell this name, we will always see there is change of phase. It means this heat is latent heat. Now E to F. E to F, steam is further heated. For example, we have taken here at 250 degrees Celsius. So this F is known as superheated steam, and E to F is known as again sensible heating. One thing we will clear here, that why F is known as superheated. So to identify whether the given sample of steam is superheated steam, it is very simple. See whether the given temperature of steam is more than the saturation temperature of steam at given pressure. Here saturation temperature of steam is 100 degrees Celsius at 1 bar. This is 100 degrees Celsius. So this temperature 250 degrees Celsius is more than 100 degrees Celsius. Then we can say definitely this part of steam is a superheated steam. Here there is a pressure and its saturation temperature. See what happens. At 1 bar, the saturation temperature of steam is 100 degrees Celsius. At 2 bar, it is 120.2 degrees Celsius. At 10 bar, it is 179 approximate. And at 20 bar, it is 212.4 degrees Celsius. It shows that as the pressure increases, the saturation temperature of water also increases. When we will decrease the pressure, it will also decrease. Water may boil at room temperature. We have to see, or we have to carry out that pressure. Then you will see that water may boil at room temperature also. Now come to the temperature heat diagram. Here you can correlate with this block diagram. Ice is initially available at point A, which is at -10 degrees Celsius. Further heating to B, it reaches at 0 degrees Celsius. So this amount A to B we can say sensible heating. Further heating B to C, it is at the 0 degree centigrade ice to 0 degree centigrade water. Now further heated C to D. So A to B sensible heating, B to C latent heating, C to D sensible heating, and D to E again sensible heating. Sorry, it is latent heat, and E to F it is sensible heating. So again we can conclude here that the amount of heat required to increase the temperature of liquid or steam at without change in phase is known as sensible heating, and when the amount of heat required to change the phase is known as latent heat. Now here we have pressure volume diagram. Pressure volume diagram, this diagram we can generate. Here we have taken one experiment where the ice is at -10 degrees centigrade at 1 bar. If we will continue this experiment for different pressures, we can generate this diagram. Here we are getting water at 0 degrees Celsius and steam at 100 degrees Celsius. So the point C, the left hand line where I have written saturated liquid line, so for different pressures this point we will get different points, and by joining all these we will get saturated liquid line, and similarly we will get saturated vapor line. Suppose just I have explained at 2 bar water will boil at 120.2 degrees Celsius. So for different pressures there are different saturation temperatures. So the left hand side, this line is known as saturated liquid line, means pure liquid, and similarly saturated vapor line, pure vapor. In between there is a liquid and vapor, so this part of steam is known as wet steam. So we can conclude that the phase transformation of ice to steam will be clear to all, and similarly on the basis of this block diagram we can calculate the enthalpy. Enthalpy calculation means enthalpy of sensible heat and enthalpy of latent heat in the next lecture. Thank you.